What is going on? I'm homesick today with my little guy. I'm bummed I'm not there with you, but I know you're going to create some awesome things with Scratch. So you're going to click on the Scratch link in Google Classroom. We're going to click Sign In. Now, once you sign in, you want to go to your projects. So you're just going to click on your name, and you're going to hit My Stuff. So today's our last day to work on our projects. Then we're going to share our projects with our classmates and kind of see all the cool things that you guys have been doing. So I see this project right here. I'm going to click See Inside. And mine loads here. All right, so what I want you to do, I want you to make sure you have code on each letter in your name. So as I go through mine, I click right here. I can kind of see that forever block here. I see I have the ghost effect here. It's gone. Right here, I can kind of see up the change size. Click on my A. This one does the same thing. Right here, I can kind of see up the spin. Click it again, and it spins. I come down here. My E. Click on my E. I got that boing sound going. Now, my favorite one is the T, because it's when you click it, it kind of goes around crazy. You don't know where it's going to go. Kind of cool. As you can see, I come to my H. I like the H, so you click the H, and it changes backdrops. So pretty cool thing there. My E, it's kind of dancing, just doing this little whirl effect here. I come to my S. I don't have any code on my S. Don't have any code on my T, E, M, but my G, I did add a song there. I got drum funky. I like that. Now the cool thing today, what we're going to do is add sprites to our project that kind of move here. And when I click on this bat, he's going to his next costume. I have it wait 0.1 second. And you can kind of see here what you're telling it to do. You're just telling it to switch costumes. So kind of cool thing right there. So when you choose a sprite, you want to be thinking about the costumes that they have. So I'm going to go to this right here, go to fantasy. I like this guy. He looks pretty cool. I'm going to put him in my project. I'm going to put him over here. So I'm going to stop. All right. Now when I click on the costumes, I can kind of see he's got like these 3 costumes. It looks like he's like throwing things up in the air. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to my events. When this sprite is clicked, I'm going to use a forever block this time because I want him to do this forever. I'm going to go to my looks. I'm just going to put my next costume. Now, if I did this without any time lapse, I click on him. He goes a little too crazy. Look at him. He's just going nuts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a wait block between each costume. I'm just going to go 0.1 seconds. So let's click on it. And it's a little slower. So you can kind of see those different movements there. I might try 0.3 to kind of see, to slow it down. Let's click here. You can kind of see that movement a little slower. So you want to play around with your costumes, have fun with them. There's a lot of cool things that you can do just by changing their costumes. So I'm going to cut him out of here. I'm going to add a new one. Let's see here. I'm going to grab this ballerina. I'm going to put her over here. Now if I look at her costumes, oh, she's got 4 costumes. So she goes around here. So I can go back to my code. I'm going to grab when this sprite clicked. I'm going to grab a forever block. I'm going to go to my looks. I'm going to go to next costume. I'm going to go to control. And I'm going to try wait in 0.5 seconds. So once I do that, check my code, and she's dancing. All right, so that's one thing I want you to be thinking about. All right, the next thing we want to think about is making a sprite move. So I'm going to go to my sprites here. I'm going to try to get someone to move here. So I'm going to grab this little beetle guy here. And Shrink in. All right, so I got this little beetle at the bottom here. So now I'm going to go to my events here. Instead of using when this sprite is clicked, I'm going to grab this, and you can change your code with buttons. So it'll do something once you hit these buttons. So I'm going to do right arrow. So when I do that, I want him to move 10 steps. All right, so anytime I click the right arrow, he moves 10 steps. So now we're able to move him by controlling him with this code. I'm going to grab another one because I want him to be able to move back. I'm going to grab my left arrow. I'm going to move. I'm going to do negative 10 steps so I can move backwards. Now I can kind of control him, move him back and forth. I click on my bat. I click on here. I got my arrows. I got a lot going on here. So that's your challenge today. Add some sprites that represent represent you. Make a sprite move, and make sure you have code on each letter so your project does something. I'll see you next week, and I can't wait to see your projects.